Policing is among the most psychologically taxing jobs in modern society. Cops see the worst of humanity on a daily basis and are expected to respond with the best of theirs. This contradiction can fracture our own psychology. Some go numb, some lash out, but in the writings of Carl Jung, we find a source of ancient psychological insight that offers tools for navigating this perilous terrain of power, danger, and moral ambiguity. Jung wasn't just a psychologist. He was a kind of spiritual cartographer of the human psyche. He believed we all carry within us a hidden world of archetypes, shadows, and symbols, an unconscious terrain as real as any urban district. If you're a cop walking the beat, patrolling a neighborhood, or investigating a crime, you're not just in the city, you're in the psyche, the suspects, the communities, and your own. Jung famously wrote, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate." Every cop has a shadow, a part of themselves they don't want to see. Anger, fear, prejudice, trauma, vengeance, even the quiet hunger for control. Left unexamined, these shadows leak out, sometimes in violence, sometimes in corruption, sometimes in cold detachment from the people they swore to serve. The Jungian Cop doesn't pretend to be perfect. They regularly ask, what am I carrying right now that I haven't faced? In high-stakes situations, it's not just your training that matters. It's your ability to stay conscious of what you're projecting onto the scene. Jung warned that we often project our own unconscious material onto others, making them scapegoats for what we can't admit in ourselves. Cops must be especially vigilant. That suspect isn't your abusive father. That protester isn't your teenage son. That addict isn't your failure. Projection distorts perception, and distorted perception leads to injustice. The Jungian Cop trains not just their eye, but their inner eye. They ask, am I seeing what's really in front of me, or what I fear or hate inside of myself? Jung believed that myths and archetypes shape our behavior more than logic. These stories are always playing out in the unconscious minds of officers and citizens alike. Cops often unconsciously cast themselves as heroes, but every hero runs the risk of becoming a tyrant if they refuse to integrate humility. A Jungian cop studies their inner mythology. They understand the power of narrative, not just in policing, but in society. They ask, what story am I in right now, and who have I cast as the villain? Jung's ultimate goal was individuation, becoming whole by integrating all parts of oneself, especially the ones we'd rather disown. For cops, this isn't just a personal journey, it's professional armor. The more whole you are, the less likely you are to explode, collapse, or rot from within. A Jungian cop doesn't just survive the job, they use it as a crucible for transformation. Every encounter, every mistake, every pain is material for growth. You don't just enforce the law, you become more human. Empathy is not softness, it's tactical wisdom. Jung said that what you resist not only persists, but will grow in size. If a cop approaches a community, a suspect, or a problem with contempt, it metastasizes. If they approach it with curiosity and a willingness to understand, something shifts, sometimes in surprising ways. The Jungian cop recognizes that hatred is easy, understanding is harder, and infinitely more powerful. If cops are guardians of society, they must also be guardians of the psyche, their own and others. Carl Jung doesn't offer a tactical playbook. He offers a mirror. For those willing to look into it, there is the possibility of not only being better cops, but of being fuller, wiser, and more human. Because the real badge of honor isn't just authority, it's knowing yourself.